So you probably think you know the Ramayana inside and out, right? But what if I told you that one of its most infamous villains was actually on a secret mission for revenge? A supernatural one at that. Yeah. Today, we're digging into the hidden story of Manthara. This quote, "This is the oath that is the absolute core of our story." I mean, listen to how chillingly specific that is. It's a promise of vengeance, a curse that's going to ripple through generations and completely change the fate of kings and their kingdoms. So, who on earth swore an oath like that? And how did it completely derail one of the greatest epics ever told? Well, that's exactly the mystery we're going to solve today. We're about to connect the dots between a tragedy pretty much everyone's forgotten and a moment that changed everything. Trust me, the answer will make you rethink this classic villain completely. Okay, let's start with who we think we know. Manthara. She's Queen Kaikeyi's servant, right? The one who everyone knows for poisoning the queen's mind and basically engineering Sri Ram's 14-year exile from Ayodhya. And right away, that's the big puzzle, isn't it? I mean, she's just a servant. Why would she do something so catastrophic? Her actions are just way over the top, full of so much venom. Why would she go to all that trouble to tear a family apart and, cause the king's death? The story we all grew up with, it just doesn't quite add up. There has to be something else going on. To get to the bottom of this, we've got to go back in time. And I mean way back, long before the main events of the Ramayana even kicked off. See, our story doesn't really start with Manthara at all. It starts with Queen Kaikeyi's father, the powerful King Ashwapati. So just picture it. King Ashwapati is out on a hunt, deep in some dense jungle. You can just imagine it's quiet, he's feeling good. He's a king, after all, confident in his abilities. But what he doesn't know is that this one hunt, it's about to trigger a chain of events, a tragedy that he has absolutely no idea is coming. Then he sees it, his target, a really beautiful, magnificent deer. He pulls back his bow, lets the arrow fly, and bullseye, perfect shot. To him, this is just another day at the office, another successful hunt, proving how great he is. But, and this is the huge twist, that was no ordinary deer, not even close. The animal he just killed was actually the husband of a Yakshini's daughter. And the king? He's completely oblivious. He has no clue that his one little arrow has just destroyed a powerful, magical family. So, as you can imagine, the moment she hears what happened, the mother, this powerful Yakshini, she rushes to the scene. She's devastated, of course, but she's not there for a fight. Not yet, anyway. She confronts the king, but she starts with a plea, a desperate one. Okay, quick pause. To really get what happens next, you need to know what a Yakshini is. She's not just some ghost or spirit. The sources call her a revolutionary female nature spirit. Basically, this means she has some serious power, especially when it comes to life and death. She is not someone you want to mess with. And this is where it all comes to a head. The Yakshini, she makes a totally reasonable offer. She basically says, look, that's my son-in-law. Just give me his body, and I can bring him back to life with my own power. Simple, right? But King Ashwapati, he's just too arrogant. He doesn't even listen. Instead, he just kills her with his sword. I mean, what a terrible, terrible decision. And that is the moment everything changes. The king's brutal, arrogant act just sealed his entire family's fate. Because as the Yakshini is dying, she uses every last bit of her energy to create a curse, a weapon of vengeance that's going to last long after she's gone. So there she is, at the king's feet, and with her dying breath, she doesn't try to save herself. No, she pours everything she has left into one final, unforgettable promise of revenge. And boom, there it is, the curse itself. And you've got to appreciate how specific it is. This isn't just some vague, I'll get my revenge threat. No, this is perfect poetic justice. A son-in-law for a son-in-law. She literally vows that she will be the cause of death for King Ashwapati's future son-in-law. Okay, so let's jump forward in time. The curse is out there in the universe, and the wheels of fate start turning. And how does this dying spirit make good on her promise? Well, through something pretty powerful, reincarnation. Get this, the Yakshini is reborn as Manthara. Yup, the very same Manthara. And destiny, or whatever you want to call it, places her in the perfect spot, as the trusted servant to King Ashwapati's very own daughter, Kaikeyi. The stage is now perfectly set for revenge. And from here, you can see the whole plan unfold, step by step. First, she's reborn right into the heart of the enemy's family. Then she uses that position of trust to poison Kaikeyi's mind against Sri Ram. That, of course, leads directly to the exile. And then the final piece of the puzzle, King Dashrath, who is Kaikeyi's husband, can't handle the grief of his son being banished, and he dies of a broken heart. And just like that, the curse is fulfilled. Manthara, the reborn Yakshini, directly caused the death of King Ashwapati's son-in-law, King Dashrath. So her actions weren't just some random act of cruelty. Nope, it was the final move in a long game of revenge, set in motion decades earlier. So this really leaves us with a pretty wild question, right? Does knowing all this change how you see Manthara? Is she really the petty, jealous villain everyone makes her out to be? Or is she something totally different? A tragic figure, maybe, an agent of cosmic justice, just fulfilling a promise she made with her last breath. Kind of makes you rethink the whole story, doesn't it?